Hinges are everywhere. They're in your glasses, they're indoors, they're even in some smartphones. But only one phone has two hinges. Meet the Huawei Mate XT, the world's first trifold phone. This is my 6-month later review. Welcome back to Average Dad 2. My name is Anakin, and it's time to talk about the Huawei Mate XT after 6 months using pros and cons. The first pro is on the lock screen. Now, you can swipe up anywhere, and you're going to get your little pin pad, right? So let's go back and let's swipe up on this side. There's your pin pad, and look, it's on that side as well. What innovation this is. While we're on the subject of unlocking this phone, this fingerprint scanner is crazy fast. Just watch. Boom! Unlocked this 10.2-inch tablet in one tap. Just like that. It's really fast. Now, my next pro is also a con, for me at least. I can't get into this phone without pushing my fingernail onto it if I just want to see my notifications. Now, if I want to get straight into the phone, yeah, you can press and it's going to unlock immediately. But you're not seeing your notifications. You're just going to go straight to the home screen. And that's cool for most people, I'm sure. But I want to see my notifications first, so I push with my fingernail. Now, it's also a good thing because this fingerprint scanner learns your fingerprint over time. Before I pushed it with my fingernail, I used to push it with just the top portion of my finger instead of the full finger, so I would just do something like this. But in most instances, it has learned my fingerprint in full. So I like to just hit it with the fingernail. Now that sucks for me. I want to see the notifications, but it learns your fingerprint over time. My next pro is also with the fingerprint scanner. This is an omnidirectional fingerprint scanner. You can go from this side, from this angle. You can even go completely upside down like this, and it's still gonna get your fingerprint. The next pro would be these cameras. Goodness, these cameras are amazing. Here are some shots and video so you can see what I mean. Here is a portrait at 2x. This is my cat named Biscuit because that's all she does. She just makes biscuits, but looks really good. It came out perfect in my opinion. The bokeh looks amazing, and yeah, keep in mind, it was moving. It was a moving subject. Here's a 1x shot. It looks like macro, but it's not. This is a 1x shot with really nice natural bokeh behind these leaves. Here's a 1x shot just so you can get the idea. It's just scenery. But what we're going to do is a 10x shot, and you can see just how usable the 10x is on this phone thanks to that 5.5x optical lens. Here's a 0.5x shot capturing a lot of detail even on the edges. Here is a 2x shot, still quite the amount of detail. Here's a very usable, once again, 10x shot. And just for fun, here is a wild 20x shot with a lot of detail still, surprisingly. Hi. My next pro is also on the lock screen, the media player. This thing is amazing. It's so much more useful than any other Android I've ever had. You can actually go wherever you want in the song. You can see how many minutes and seconds you have left in the song. My next pro about this phone, I guess, can segue from the last pro with music and the volume button. It is so clicky. You hear that, right? It's clicky but tactile. It feels expensive, and that's what it should feel like with a phone, that has the price tag of this one. You can see if you do fold it the wrong way, it'll tell you how to fold it the correct way, which is, I guess, good for beginners. Now, once the phone's been open for a long period of time, you're going to notice that it actually, when you try to close it, kind of springs back. And I've never had a foldable phone do that before. It's kind of weird. I don't know why or how it does it. It's pretty cool though. It's like, you sure you want to close me? And quality, in my opinion. It does it on both sides. Speaking of how it folds, my next pro is the magnets on this phone. Let's open it up to just the regular book style foldable. You will notice almost immediately how strong the magnets are. They are really strong, and there's like one here, one here. When you try pulling this thing, you really got to use a lot of power. But the trick is intentional. You actually go from up here to open it. The magnets are weaker up here than they are down here. They're strong, nice and sturdy, helps keep the phone closed, all that. But it's not to say they're weak. They are strong, definitely strong enough, but it's way easier to pull from here than it is. Let me just show you. It's going to snap open immediately. Like, you really got to pull. That's the first magnet, and you got to pull even harder to get that second magnet down, and it really does showcase that quality once again. Now, the battery life, I would also say, is a pro. This phone has a 5600 milliamp hour battery, and you don't have to use it in the fully extended 10.2 inch tablet mode all the time. And even if when you do that, the battery is still really good. I've been using it all day and I'm at 63% battery. If we jump into battery health, it's at 98, and that's with 6 months of usage. I have been fast charging it every time I do charge it, so that's also going to heat up the battery and give it less health over time. So that's just a tip. If you do want to keep your battery health at 100, charge it with a slow 5-watt overnight, because you don't need that fast charger, and you will see the difference. The last pro with this phone would be the honeymoon phase. It feels so nice to have a phone that can do what I just showed you just there. A regular phone folds out to a 10.2 inch tablet. It's such a wow factor just to have that in your pocket. You're definitely getting a honeymoon phase with this. Okay guys, it's time to talk about the cons of the Huawei Mate XT, with the first one being something I've never experienced in a foldable or even iPhone, any phone ever. When you get a notification or you change the volume, a little pop-up comes up on the side, right? So I'm going to change the volume. Just look at, try to look here. All right, ready? And when it goes away, did you notice it? If it's paused or not, the video is going to change to a lower quality. Con number 2 would have to be the fact that there are 2 creases on this phone. There are 2. In a regular, any other foldable phone, you're going to get 1, but with this beautiful trifold, you're getting 2 creases. Now, I have a pretty bad and cheap screen protector put on mine, which is also on top of the pre-installed screen protector. It's not very good with anti-reflection, and the one that comes with Huawei is really good. So I just wanted to protect the Huawei screen protector because it's so nice, so I put a cheap one on. So it doesn't do it much justice, doesn't really help out with those creases that much. But even with the screen protector I have off, it's still not that decent. I mean, it's not the best. Having 2 creases kind of sucks, but that's the price you pay with such an amazing device like this. Con number 3 would be having to install Micro G, which gives you the Google framework and all of that so that you can be on YouTube and have Gmail and Maps and whatever you want. Having to go step by step, and you can't skip a step. You have to do it exactly how you're told. It sucks having to do it, but that's just the way things are. It's nothing against Huawei. Con number 4 would be that 90 hertz refresh rate display. It's super good. It's almost, I think, if not, it is a 3K display, and it's at 90 hertz. Doesn't matter what orientation you have it in, it's at 90 hertz. And I've gotten used to it at first. You know, I'm coming from Oppo Find N5 that had a 120 hertz refresh rate. Like, just about all foldable phones now, other than this one, has 120 hertz refresh rate display. So going to this, it's definitely choppier. You can tell, but goodness, is it better than an iPhone 15 or 16? Con number 5. When you get notifications, you literally can't access your control center. Yeah, when that notification is like popped down, you can't do this and get in your control center until it goes away or you push it away. I don't know why, don't like it, but that's how it is right now. Con number 6, about 5 minutes ago, I got a notification. If I wanted to see that notification when it happened, it would not be right here. It would be in more notifications. Why is there a more and why is there just notifications? Why isn't it just chronological order? You just got a notification. Why should you have to scroll down to see which one you just got? See, that one was the most recent and it's clearly not at the top. I feel like it should be at the top if it's the newest notification. Guys, that was everything I liked, everything I didn't like over the period of 6 months with owning the Huawei Mate XT. This is my favorite phone that I've ever owned. It has really changed the way I do things in my life. The Average Dad main channel and my personal channel are linked in the description. So if you want to go check those out, go ahead. I'll see you next time. Peace.